Hello guys, what is going on? Today I'm going to show you how to fully, in this video I really mean fully take apart the HP Pavilion DM4 laptop, like down to the motherboard, the CPU, the fan, everything. So let's start off with what you're gonna need. Ooh, damn, bumping the tripod. So first, just a basic small screwdriver tool set. Those are the most handy because they're small screws that you're going to need to undo. Another one, this is a different screwdriver. I'm just using it because it's flathead, because I'm able to pry out the keyboard a little bit easier. So maybe something like this, a bigger flathead screwdriver. Tweezers are handy. You'll see why, possibly. And then a secondary smaller head screwdriver. This is a Phillips head. I have this one because it has a grip, and when you're first taking apart, some of the screws, since they're put together by machines, are screwed on very tight. And then an optional thing, depending on what you're going to do, you're going to need these. This is thermal paste. If you're taking the motherboard off completely, I recommend you might as well put on new thermal paste. And then these right here are thermal paste removers. So this is the remover, this is purifier, and then you put on a thermal paste and then a paper towel to just wipe off the original thermal paste. So let's get started. So first you gotta take the battery off. We'll take the battery out, plop it over to the side. You don't want any power going through the machine at all. Second, we're gonna undo these two screws right here and right here with a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm sorry if I continuously bump the tripod. Not trying to. It's just that's where I have to reach and not used to a tripod being here. So unscrew those. You're going to take this off, plop that over to the side. Now you're going to see you have your network card and your RAM. I recommend just taking everything out. Take this out, put it on the piece that it belonged with. Take out these wires. These are the wireless antennas. And then there are also two screws, right? You need a smaller screwdriver. You might need, you need a smaller screwdriver for this. Take out the two screws located, one right here and right there. Take those out, put those aside. Make sure you do not lose those. You will need them because it keeps this in place. And then another thing that tweezers may be good for are just taking screws out. If you have shaky hands or you're having trouble picking up the screws, you might want to just use the tweezers and then plop them out or something. Second, we are going to unscrew these two screws right here, right there, and right there. Going to take those out. I do have a video that basically goes through what I'm doing right now, but just going to show you how to do it the long way. So unscrew that, another cover pops off, and that goes over there. I also recommend taking out the hard drive, just in case for some reason you short out the board or anything. You don't want anything to happen to your data. That's one of the most important things. So if you have to get a new laptop, you will be able to just plop that one in or get a data transfer cable from your old hard drive and put it into your new laptop. So don't lose data. That's the most important thing. So now we look at this, we say everything's out. We got the RAM out, we got the hard drive out, and we got the network card out. Next, we are going to unscrew this one screw right here. This holds in the DVD drive. So I'm just gonna unscrew this. And this screw, I think, ooh. Good thing I'm working on white surface. I'm pretty sure that screw is the same as most of the other screws in here, so you don't have to worry about setting that one specifically aside. And this is the DVD drive. So just put that to the side. I recommend whatever screw you unscrewed from a drive or something, just put it, or like the network card for instance, I don't even know if that's in the, yeah, that is the network card. I just put those two screws next to it. I know it by now. because I've already taken it apart. The other day I had a problem with my fan. So I took it apart and ended up there's just a lot of dust. So if your fan is not working, I recommend doing this. Alright, now we're gonna have to unscrew 2 screws. You can unscrew all of them right now. You can if you want to. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna unscrew all of them eventually, so whatever you want to do. Now I'm going to unscrew just all the screws. I'm gonna start with this one because this one is the one attached to the keyboard, and this is where the tweezers can come in handy. And just lift out the screws. Now these screws, I'm gonna get close to the lens. Those screws right there, these are the usual screws that are used in here. All the screws in the bottom that you're gonna unscrew to take the top bezel off, this part, and the keyboard off, they're all completely the same, so you don't have to worry about which order they go in. Oh, you're also going to need the tweezers to take off the 2 rubber feet in the back here, because there are 2 screws. Well, there's 2 screws, one right here and one located under this one. And you will be able to stick those back on, but in the future they may possibly fall off. So right now you have a screw. I'm going to show you all of them right now. Right here. There, 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 there. Right here, right here, right here, right there, right there, right there. You have one right here, right here, right here, there, there, there. I think I already said that one. Have one right here also. I'll do a nice little freeze frame. I'll circle all of them or something. So I'll circle all of them right now. And then I will show me unscrewing them in fast forward, because this can get boring. It's just unscrewing screws, not very hard. If you have any problems unscrewing screws, like I said, get a screwdriver that has better grip. That really helps. So something like this will really help. This one I actually had problems with, and usually these type of screwdrivers have magnetic tips, so it's easier to get the screws out. So see you in a couple seconds. Alright, now once you have all the screws out, you are going to want to put your tools just to the side. You need a little bit more room. You're going to open up the keyboard, open up the laptop, because now we're going to take out the keyboard. Now I need to see if you guys can see this. Right here, there's a little tab. You're going to need to I took this flathead screwdriver because it was bigger. I was able to take this and kind of push it out, get it unattached from that. As you can see, I now have it unattached. So what I would recommend doing, take a smaller flathead, gonna push it out one more time, and stick in a screwdriver so you don't lose it. Next thing you're going to want to do is just go from the back. You're going to want to pry up with the screwdriver. And then slide it out forward and bend it back. Because now there is a ribbon cable right here. What to do, another thing to have the tweezers for, it's very nice to have, is this black tab. You're going to lift up on it and it will pop out, or you might have to pull it out. So that's disconnected. Put that over to the side. Next, there are 3 more ribbon cables you're going to need to detach. This one, and this one. Same as the keyboard, you just lift up on this. This time it's a white tab. Lift up on that tab, pull it out, just leave it out. Do the same with these. Lift up the tab, and pull it out. Pull it out by, there's a colorful tab. That's not part of the wire. It's the safest way to pull it out. And this one I found, when I took it out, was hardest. This is why I got tweezers. So, I'm going to pull this one out. Okay, pull it out of the way. Next thing, there are 4 screws. Right here, 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 and here. Some of these have a little bit of glue on them, so it may be hard to take them out. I don't know why exactly there's glue. Pretty sure it's just from the keyboard. But we're just gonna unscrew those. And these screws are different sizes. So what I recommend, take these and put these 4 screws on top of the keyboard so you know that these screws belong to the keyboard. Because they are fairly small screws and you don't want to lose them. These are what hold the motherboard in, or well, help hold the motherboard in place. A little bit more. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so now you got the 4 ribbon cables detached. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got the 4 screws. So now it's time to take off the front bezel, this metal part right here, and the trackpad is attached to it. So what you're going to do, I found it easiest, get to a corner, preferably where the drive was, so you can slide a small flathead screwdriver, wherever that may be. Where the hell did I put that? Right here. Small flathead screwdriver, get in and pry up. Now this is going to be a little bit harder for you, because your laptop hasn't been through it before. My laptop has been through it twice, coincidentally, because I had to send it into HP for them to fix it once, and then the warranty went up, so I fixed it this time. So you're going to pry up all the little tabs, and like I said, it'll be a little bit harder. And if there's one spot that does not pry up easily, that's because you forgot a screw. Flip it right back over. Well, if you do get it off, place it out to the side. But if you're having trouble with like one spot, like when I first took it apart, I had a trouble spot right here, and it ended up I had forgotten to unscrew a screw right here. So if you don't unscrew just one screw, you will have troubles. So now, as you can see, we have the motherboard. Just to make it easy, and if you're going to replace a monitor or the screen, we are going to take the screen off. I say it makes it easier because when the motherboard is not inside the case, what the hell is stuck? Okay. These are the wireless antennas. They go up to the, well, somewhere in here. They go up here. But we're going to take off the screen first because it kind of gets lopsided. It'll flip over very easily, especially when the motherboard is out. So first, move these screws, or move the wires. There are 2 screws right there and right there for this side, and then 2 screws right here. See if I right, that black one and this black one. Take them out. And again, these are just regular old, same as the case screws, so you don't have to lose them. But I prefer to put them with the screen just in case. Even though I'm 98% sure they're the same exact ones as the rest of the stuff. Actually, no, they are not. They are a little bit shorter in size, so make sure these go. Make sure they go with the screen because they are a little bit smaller. You want to make sure these are the right kind. So you're going to unscrew these 4. And then this should be able to lift straight out. Oh, Wait, whoa, oh, forgot. Just disconnect this. This is a video cable. Just pull it right out, no tabs to release, just pull it out. And there's your screen. If you need to replace the screen, that's how you do it. That's all you have to do. So then you're done. If you're replacing just the screen, then you're done. Now, there are different things that you can do. If you're going to replace the fan or the CPU, just clean it, you're gonna have to take the whole thing out, the whole motherboard out. So that's what I'm gonna show you right now. Now, again, I will do a freeze frame, but there are screws that you will need to unscrew. There is one right here, and one located, 1, 2, I thought there were 3. There may only be 2, but I'll probably be surprised by one more. Okay, so right now, there's just 1, 2. So just unscrew those 2 screws. Plop these to the side. These you're going to want to save. Like I said, I'm going to put these screws on a monitor. These screws are for the motherboard, so put them in a different spot than the case screws because, like I said, they are different. They're the same size, they're just different lengths. So now that you got the screws out, you're going to want to detach all the rest of the cables. Now there's one right here, a ribbon cable here. This right here, this is easy. It's just like the hard drive. There's a little tab on it. You just pull it off, put it off to the side. Pretty sure this is for the speakers or something. And then, so you got those 2. You got one up here, and then you got you got 2 small ones right here. One of them you're not gonna be able to take out. The other one you can. So I will show you right here. This one right here is easy to take out. This one you can't take out. I recommend taking it out. You can probably take it out with your fingers, but I mean, it's easier if you have the tweezers. You can see, just plop it on out. And then with this is the speaker. So when you lift the motherboard out, just make sure not to pull too hard. Oh, this is the 3rd screw I was talking about. This attaches the speaker. It's easier since you can't detach the second cable from over here. You're gonna have to be able to move this around however you want, so that you don't rip any or tear any cords. Next, you're gonna want to get this one right here, same as the bottom. This one is for the fan. So just take that out, move it off the side, and then you have these 2, and you should be able to just take it out like this. I'm sorry, I think my camera paused. So, just in case, you're gonna take out this cable right here. There's one at the bottom. Take that out. There's a screw right here. Unscrew that. There is one cable right here. Take that out. This one is for the fan. This one is for the speaker power. This one is for, I think, a microphone power or something. Not exactly sure. This one is easy. Just like a hard drive, you plop it off. It has a little tab. There's a second ribbon or another ribbon cable. You just, like any other, you take the thing, you plop it up, and you pull this out. And then there's one more cable. I don't recommend pulling on the wires because the wires have a tendency to come out. So what you're gonna want to do, if you can, get a screwdriver in there and push it out. That's the best thing to do. Then once it's halfway out, you can just pull it out. Oh, you didn't even get to see that. You just pull it on out. And now, since all the wires are detached, you should be able to just lift up on the motherboard. Oh, shit. That is where the final screw is. I knew there were 3. There's one right here. So that's easy to take out. Just take out that screw, get that out of the way. Take out that screw, that's why I couldn't find it. So there is one hiding under the ribbon cable. And this is where the tweezers come in handy. You drop a screw in, it's easy to take it out. Okay, now you have all the wires, all the screws detached. You can now take this out. This is where I recommend taking the speaker up, out of the way a little bit. Move it over here or something, so it's not in your way. You're gonna take this, wiggle a little bit. You're gonna pull up and back towards. You're gonna pull right, so that you can actually get it out. You might have to loosen this screw right here. This screw just holds in the fan. It's on a spring, so it doesn't come out, but it loosens. So if you're having troubles taking out, it's this screw right here. So now you have the motherboard. And remember to be careful with this wire right here. I recommend just placing it down right back on the supports of, or the case, that is.